All right, so cell. It's the fundamental unit of life. It's the basic building block of life. Nothing else is alive but a cell. And everything that we know is life is really made up of these fundamental building blocks. So really, there's no gallbladder per se. There's no heart per se. There's no brain per se. These are sort of artificial constructions that we've made up to describe vast amounts of brain cells or heart cells or gallbladder cells. So that the gallbladder itself is not really a thing as much as it's a compilation of all the gallbladder cells. Same thing with the human body. You know, we abstract, filter out through our perception, we see bodies, but if we really zoomed in to see what was happening, there's no body there. It's just a bunch of cells. So to understand the nature of the cell is to understand ultimately the nature of the organs which the cell is made up of. So first and foremost, we want to get this idea that we don't have a gallbladder, we don't have a brain, we don't have a heart, we've got heart cells, we've got a gallbladder cells, we've got brain cells. And we're not bodies, we're compilations, communities really, ecosystems of cells. Just like there's no forest but the trees. We call it a forest, but really it's a bunch of trees. Where is the forest? You can't hold the forest, you can only hold the trees. The forest is a kind of abstraction. You follow what I'm saying? So if we're going to understand life and we're going to understand health, we have to understand the cell. And this is the dirty little secret of medicine, by the way. Medicine cannot address the cell. Medicine can only address these abstracted organs. And what ends up happening is we end up treating symptomology and not treating causes because we can't get to the cell. The cell can only eat, it can only breathe, and it can only clean itself out in order to maintain its health. Or I should say, not can, it only needs to eat, it only needs to breathe, it only needs to clean itself out in order to function appropriately. And that tells you that if anything's not functioning appropriately, it's a feeding function, it's a breathing function, and it's a toxification or a toxicity function. The cell is completely self-contained. It can do everything it needs to do as long as it has these three elements. As long as it has food, as long as it has oxygen, as long as it has a clean place to do its work, it can do everything it needs to do.